4, week 1 of our chaplain PT for the 717 Home Station Mission Command, building resiliency spiritually, physically, and mentally fit. So we're getting excited because, all right, we got to dig deep. Today is going to be the brutal workout. We are going to be doing Tabatas. All right, Tabata is a method of high intensity, low impact. We were really going to be digging deep, getting stronger with just body weights because a lot of us can't get access to gyms right now. So we're going to do body weight workouts and that kind of thing in rapid motion over and over again. Now, technically, a Tabata is supposed to be 8 sets of one exercise, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Sounds super easy. But I know that a lot of you might have never done a Tabata before or might not know these exercises. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to introduce all of the exercises, teach you how to kind of throw it together. I'll do the workout. I'll then pause it, do the workout, and kind of do it in rapid motion so that you don't have to watch the super long video. I do encourage you to download some kind of Tabata app. They're really free, so there's a lot of free ones. Don't be paying money for it. If all us just set a timer for 20 seconds and then another timer for 10 seconds. Easily done. Okay, so here is our brutal workout. Again, round 1 is the steam engine. So your hands are going to go behind your head and interlace behind your head. You're going to keep a tall posture. Remember, we're constantly working on lengthening and supporting the core. That way, all of our body movements are done in a safe place. So stronger core, stronger you. So hands go here, behind the head, and what you're going to do is take your opposite hand or elbow to the opposite knee. So it's going to crunch. Now, you're not bending over, you're not reaching down here, you're going to actually and intentionally draw up. So everything should be meeting again at that army, if I have my army t-shirt on, up at that chest level so that I'm not cranking the neck up and down. It's lifting, lifting, lifting. So steam engine is 20 seconds of just going back and forth. Try to remember that good posture. The other part of round 1 is called a curtsy squat. So you're going to come out and you're going to curtsy and curtsy. Now, this is also known as ice skaters. So you're really going to jet throughout this and it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. It might look simple, but it is going to kick your butt in the end. So that's round 1. Round 2 is PRT push-up. That's the standardized push-up. Getting the body in a right position, hugging in real close, down and up. Doing that for the 20 seconds. Then we're going to do sit-ups with a butterfly. So your body's going to be in this butterfly position. And you go all the way back. You're going to hit the ground behind you and then come up and reach in front of you. So down and then up. Down and up for the 20 seconds. That's round 2. Round 3 is an air squat. So air squats, simple as it is, it's just a regular squat without any weights. But what we want to make sure that you are doing is really getting down to that 90-degree hip crease. Do a good squat. Don't cheat yourself. This whole program is to improve yourself. So don't cheat yourself. It's not worth it. So get your legs a little bit right underneath the hips. Turn the feet out, and you want to make sure that you are pushing out with your knees, not coming in. Pushing out with your hips, your knees, and then you're going to make sure you go below that 90 position, 90 degrees for an air squat. Okay, and you do that for 20 minutes. Round 3, so that's just round 2. Round 3 is going to, the other part of round 3 is the wide push-up. That's going to be coming out as far as you can go wide. Again, in a nice straight position. If you need to, go down to your knees and push up as many times as you can into 20 seconds. So wide push-ups. All right, round 4. Round 4 is going to be a 90-degree crunch, and then we're going to get up off the floor and do jumping lunges. So the crunch will be legs up, 90 degrees out, hands behind the head. We're looking up at the ceiling and crunching, not bending. So it's almost like your chin is reaching towards the roof each time. Okay, for 20 seconds. Then the jumping lunge is you're going to start in a lunge position and you're going to switch and switch and switch for 20 seconds. Round 5 is going to be the diamond push-up. So you're going to put your hands together in a nice little diamond shape and come down. Now again, here's another way. Diamond push-ups are really hard, especially if you got shoulder injuries or you haven't done a lot of tricep building. So you'll come here, even on a wall, and you can heart to the diamonds. Heart to the diamonds. If you need to, do it on the floor, on your knees, heart to diamond, or you can do it straight. Make sure you're working on the core. Go to a good standard. Don't cheat yourself. This is about improving quality as well as quantity. All right, so those are diamond push-ups, and then you're going to do seated twists. So seated twists, you're going to come down to the ground, clasp your hands together, feet hover, and just back and forth, touching the floor each time for 20 seconds. All right, then the 6th round, last round. I told you guys you could do this. It is going to be brutal, but you can do it. 6 rounds is going to be the jumping squat. So you're going to do a squat, jump, jump, jump. And then the last one's going to be a dip. For the dips, you can go to a chair. I have the windowsill here, and I can simply come down and do dips this way. If you have 2 boxes or chairs, you can do dips that way. And if you don't have any of that and dips are really hard, you can even come down to the floor and just bend and straighten. Y'all think that this is super easy. It really isolates that tricep muscle. You can even come down, touch your elbows, and then come back up. You'll really get your tricep workout even in a simple motion like that. All right, so that's the 6 rounds. Okay, we're going to come back in. I'll do the workout, fast forward through it, again using the Tabata workout, and then we will talk about everything at the end. All right, if you aren't out of breath after doing that 13-minute workout, you're doing it wrong. Okay, this is exactly what a Tabata does. It's high intensity. It gets that heart pumping, and then we also get to do all of those body weight exercises. I warned you, this is going to be brutal. And it's interesting that we equate this workout to brutality. I was thinking of what link this could be for being loyal, loyalty, and actually Brutus, you know, the guy who backstabbed his best friend Julius Caesar, and with the upcoming Holy Week, you know, the greatest betrayal of all of history. By the way, if you Google it, Brutus is number 1 and Judas Iscariot is number 2 on people who are examples of turning their loyalties around. And so the reason why I say it was brutal is because Brutus was great friends with Julius Caesar. I mean, a great helper, and somehow the Senate got into his head and, you know, convinced him to turn on Julius Caesar and instead try to make a republic. It's for the good of the republic, and huge betrayal. In fact, that's where we get the saying or the adage, stabbing you in the back. And then thinking of Judas, believing that, Christ was who he said he was, and then Judas just lost faith in that and went and betrayed him, his master, his friend, into the authorities. And so when we're thinking about being loyal, I want you to stop and think about, has anybody ever changed their loyalties on you, backstabbed you, betrayed you? And then how does that affect your worldview? How does that affect who you are and how you respond in being loyal? I mean, we talked about, loyal friends such as Ruth. We've talked about giving up our name brands, so to speak, and choosing better stuff over negative stuff. But what happens when it affects you? It hits you head on. How are you going to act? In the example of Julius and Brutus, we have a quote from Shakespeare, "E tu, Brutus," all right, you too. But more than likely, as the research on Google's went, he was stabbed 23 times, so he probably wasn't really saying anything. But with the case of Judas and Jesus, Jesus just welcomed it. And in all honesty, having Jesus go through that huge betrayal and having a friend betray him, it's recorded in the Psalms, quoting, being betrayed by a friend. Nothing hurts more in the Old Testament than a betrayal of a friend. And if you haven't had a friend betray you, we're all human, so it's going to happen. So what you can get prepared for is, what will that betrayal look like? How are you going to respond? Because that's the only thing you can control, is your response to a betrayal. So think about it now, and how are you going to continue to demonstrate being loyal? Because after all, it is an army value, loyalty, being faithful to the cause. And when the cause bites you back, how are you going to react? Are you going to complain, whine, quit? What? Or are you going to respond with humility, with love? And that's hard. And quite honestly, we're being brutally honest right now. You can't do it without forgiveness. Now keep in mind, forgiveness isn't necessarily forgive and forget, okay? Forgiveness isn't really even for the person who hurt you, forcing them to apologize to you. Forgiveness is letting go of that hurt, that betrayal, that keeps you down, that keeps you bitter, that keeps you angry, and saying, you know what, I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. So think now about how you're going to respond, and then reflect on past times where you have had to experience that kind of betrayal. I know this is kind of a heavy workout, heavy topic, but we are in day 4. So thank you for showing up for Tabata Thursday. We're going to be doing this every Thursday. You guys are so faithful in attending. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you for doing that. Oh, before you go, I forgot. There's the challenge of the day. It's 10 prison cell push-ups. And to do a prison cell push-up, I'll show you real quick. Okay, the challenge of the day, before I forget, the challenge of the day is 10 prison cell push-ups. Some of you might be feeling like you're in prison right now, so woohoo, in your tiny little box, here's what you can do to keep in shape. All right, so you're gonna go down, come in, come down, body position, down, push up, knee up, push up, knee up, push up, and then back up. So it's kind of like a burpee with more push-up, with the knee raises and push-ups in it. I know, it's kind of cheating, like the 8-count push-up as a workout in itself. You'll be fine. All right, so 10 prison cell push-ups. Give it a go. If you need to modify the prison cell push-up, just go down. You can go down to your knees if you need to. Push up, and then come back up. Do a sideways, kind of like a Spider-Man crawl. Go back down, push up, and then back up. Do what you can. Again, this is to better you. All right, this is Chaplain Karen Moore. You're all doing a great job. Remember, care more about you. Have a blessed day.